Hi everybody and welcome back to Cooking with Mark, and today we're going to do a hot dog bake surprise. What it is you are going to make a ground hamburger and sausage, peppers and onions, ground it all together in a pan, and then add sandwich meal, and then you're going to layer the bottom of a baking pan with that, and then you're going to cut up little hot dogs, or you can use these instead, little smokies. You're going to layer that on top of the hamburger, and then you're going to take biscuits. You're going to cut them into quarters, and then you're going to mix them in with garlic, butter, and parsley, and you're going to layer the top, and then you're going to sprinkle the top of that with cheese, sharp cheddar cheese. What you're going to need is about 1.5 pounds of hamburger and a half a cup of chopped up sauce, onions, peppers, and garlic. And then you're going to need a cup of sloppy Joe, or I'm sorry, a can of sloppy Joe mix. You can make it by yourself, but we're not going to make it today because I kind of did this at the last minute. So let's get started here. So once you get this all brown, which you can see that this is almost brown, the onions and peppers and garlic are already sauteed in here, and it's all mixed. You just want to pour your sauce in here, and while the sauce is cooking, you want to do this on a low to medium-low heat, and put a lid on it. So that's what we're going to do right now. It's a very quick meal to make. You can also do, you can add bacon to it, you can add sausage to it. It's really your preference on what you want to add to it. I've tried it with sausage, I've tried it with bacon, I've tried it with hot dogs. So it's like I said, it's your preference on how you want to do it. So we're going to turn this down. Alright, so we got this on. We've added the sauce to it. It's on a low. We're going to put it on a 3. And just put the cover on it and let it simmer. While that's doing that, we're actually going to get your biscuits all set up. So for the biscuits, as I stated, you're going to cut them into quarters. What you're going to use is the mini biscuits, and there is 10 in each one. So all we're going to do is just simply cut these up first. Let's see here. All you have to do is just simply cut them into quarters and throw them into a bucket. Just like I'm doing right here. So after you get those all cut up, what you're going to do is you're going to add wrong item here. You're going to add onion salt, just a teaspoon. You're going to add or garlic powder, just a teaspoon. And you're going to add 3 tablespoons of parsley. One, 2, 3. And then all you have to do is just simply mix in your butter. And you probably want to do this by hand to make sure that everything is mixed thoroughly. Now, the other thing you could do is you could add cheese to your bread that you're going to coat the top of this meal with. Or you can just simply put the cheese on the top like we're going to do. So this is all mixed. So everything is all set. All we have to do is layer the bottom of the pan. With our hot dog or with our hamburger sloppy Joe mix. Now, if you're not making a big meal, if it's just for a couple people, you don't need to do as much as I did. You can do half that. So we're just going to simply layer this, smooth it all out. And then we're going to layer it with the hot dogs. My hands are a little greasy from mixing the and you're just going to simply just layer it just like I'm doing right here. Now, if you're doing regular hot dogs, you want a pound of hot dogs. We're doing these little mini smokies. And because we're doing the smokies, we're using 2 pounds. I don't really think it's 2 pounds. It's not. It's actually, each bag is 13 ounces. And all you're going to do is just simply layer it just as I'm doing right here. Now these little smokies are cheddar smokies. So they have cheese inside of them as well. And that's why I picked these. Now the next thing you're going to do is just simply take your biscuits that you just coated and just simply layer them on here like so. They don't have to be in any special order. You're just trying to get the whole top covered. And that's all we're doing right here. Now, one key note is when you're doing this, please make sure that your biscuits actually stay in the refrigerator until you're actually going to use them. Otherwise, they get all soft and mushy, and they're very hard to work with. Now, the reason why these are so hard to work with is because they are coated with butter, and that made them soften up a little bit. So you're just going to do just as I'm doing right here. And you can see that it's slowly coming into place. And you do have enough. If you do all 10, you're going to have enough to cover this entire pan. Or I'm sorry, you're going to have enough if you do all 20, because there's 10 biscuits per roll. It doesn't really matter what they look like when you throw them in here, because they're just going to form. So we're almost done here. Get all these in here like this. And then now is the time to just start filling in the holes, if you see any. Once you get the main areas all covered, then just fill in all the holes that you have, which is pretty much what I'm doing right now. There. Now, after you get this all done, what you're going to do is you're going to take your cheese. Just bear with me one moment here. You're going to take your cheese, preheat your oven to 350 to 375. And the only cheese you're going to use is just a 8-ounce bag of sharp cheddar cheese. And just simply sprinkle it over the top. And that's it. And then you put it in the oven and you bake it. You're going to bake it for about 20-25 minutes. So I'll see you back here in about 20 minutes. When you get done, it should look something like this. I just pulled it out of the oven. You see it's nice and crispy. The cheese is melted over the top, and the biscuits formed over the entire thing. This was Cooking with Mark, and it was called the Hot Dog Bake with Sloppy Joe Hamburger Surprise. If you have any questions, it'll be up on my Facebook page, as well as my Twitter account, my website, and my YouTube account. Thank you for watching, and have a great day.